This episode of the ResortLoop.com podcast is brought to you by Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. Joffrey's is proud to be the official specialty coffee of Disney. Enjoy drinks and pastries at Joffrey's kiosks throughout the parks and check out the Disney Specialty Coffee Collection only at Joffreys.com.
Good evening. You are listening to the ResortLoop.com with Tim and Bob, or Bob and Tim, the scariest podcast for Halloween time. And I am Count Dracula. Happy Halloween, everybody. Ho, 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 ho.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
We're now passing one of the newest additions to the Disney Vacation Club, Bay Lake Tower at Disney's Contemporary Resort.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
That was a bit of a delay, but I loved it anyway. This is ResortLoop.com, episode 262. Bob.
I was a little frightened.
I was going to say.
I was frightened of that open. Happy Halloween, everybody. One of our wonderful listeners, Chris Malick, a.k.a.
Disney Chicago.
Dracula.
Oh, yes. And Dracula. Beware if you're in Chicago, by the way.
Dracula. Yeah, there you go. I had a little bit of a pause again there. I'm pausing a lot today. I don't know what's going on with me.
It's probably because as we record this, we're getting pounded here in Ohio by the remnants of Patricia.
Yes.
With
My
the
wife
wind.
is very angry. And you mean the weather?
Well, she's normally angry at you. The skies were angry that day, my friends.
Usually it's rightfully so. So, Tim, if I may, before we start, I have a This Day in Disney History huge. This Day in Disney History.
You know I love these. You know I love them.
Huge. This changed the entire face of the Disney company.
Oh, my.
In 2012, 3 short years ago, the Walt Disney Company announced an outlay of $4 billion
with a B
for the purchase with a B for the we're not talking about Walgreens and Rite Aid. $4 billion for the purchase of the Lucasfilm Company.
Oh, I hope that works out for him.
Disney also revealed that it plans to create a new chapter in the famous galactic saga Star Wars Episode 7.
Oh, I wonder when that'll come out.
It's supposed to come out this year, I think.
You
I
think?
don't know. I haven't heard any hype about it or anything. So
I think they sold
low key.
$4 billion worth of those little BB-8 droid things.
Oh my gosh! One of the best I saw on Facebook was a picture of the Avengers, and they said something like, "We made, $107 million on our first day," and the other one was we made it was Guardians of the Galaxy. We made $200 million in the first week we were released, and then the last one was Harrison Ford as Han Solo. He said, "We crashed the internet in 88 seconds just with a preview," which I thought was awesome.
That is awesome.
Very excited for The Force Unleashed coming in just about a month, man.
That's crazy.
Very excited.
I can't believe October is, for all intents and purposes, it's done.
I know. Almost all my leaves are down after Patricia blew through and dumped a bunch of rain and wind on us. But still autumn, and still a chance, Tim, for everybody to enjoy the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, starring, if we may say starring.
I think we need to say starring.
Our pals, the Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. What can people do, Tim, if they want to still enjoy the festival?
Well, Joffrey's wise, now this, I'm sorry I'm missing this, live roasting demonstrations.
Oh,
it's either going to be Chris DeMezzo or Miguel out there at Joffrey's, and they're both just fantastic. They know what they're doing. They're going to teach you something about roasting some coffee. I mean, seriously?
Right.
They're doing them like, what, 3 or 4 times a day?
Right. Great guys.
On the weekend, Saturdays
answer
and
all your
Sundays, yeah.
question. Yeah. Yep. They're fantastic. Also, the master of the roast to the perfect cup is their pavilion over there by Ellen's Energy Adventure. So make sure you go over there and check them out. They've got some new coffee and tea coming out too, don't they, Tim?
Oh,
For this fall.
well, we've sampled a little bit. They've had that new quarterly blend.
Oh, the Ethiopia Conga.
Oh, you left out the middle word. Come on.
Yeah, I can't.
Yirgacheffe. The Yirgacheffe, I think it is.
I don't know. It's Swedish. It's Ethiopian and Swedish, apparently.
The Swedish chef is there. Hegen, fliegen, flugen.
Yirgacheffe. I don't know what it is, but oh my gosh, yeah, very good coffee. I kind of like this. They're hot cider honeybush herbal loose leaf tea. They say it's a delicious blend of warm apples and spice.
That sounds soothing.
Unfortunately, no caffeine. I like my caffeine.
What?
Might be something nice to sip on a cool autumn evening.
Oh, yes.
Before you're ready for bed. It won't keep you up all night.
Yeah.
Relaxing.
Maybe you're out around the fire ring or having a little bonfire.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be awesome.
You're big with the creme brulee.
I do enjoy a good creme
light
brulee.
coffee.
The pumpkin cream or pumpkin creme brulee coffee.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's that time of year. It's the time of year when everybody wants a good pumpkin coffee.
Pumpkin everything.
That's right.
I just filled up my my car with some pumpkin gasoline, which was nice.
You're out of your gourd. If you had done that, I know. It's a standard. It's locked and loaded for me this time of year.
I don't get that.
I know. And I think before we go on, we need to give a little thanks to Rebecca Toon for correcting us in the last show.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Apparently, we talked about the Epcot sweetbreads.
Yes.
And that's not what we meant.
Did.
No, you said it. And
no, you did.
No, you went along with it. Don't make me rewind that tape.
Yeah, we might have to. Yeah.
It might have been me. I don't remember because I didn't catch it at the time.
Know.
But I will say I was listening to the show just earlier today, and I was like, oh, that's not what that is at all. So we said sweetbreads, and basically that is brain food.
Yes. Yeah, apparently. Yeah. So anyway, yes, it's the what is it? The school bread.
School bread. Yeah, you don't want the sweetbreads. That'd be very scary.
Yeah, that's not it. Speaking of scary,
See how I did that?
I saw you. You threw that one up there. I had to swing at it. What are we going to talk about today?
We are talking about our most recent Looper listener poll. I love this one.
Yeah.
It is, what scary ride would you, the listening Looper Nation out there, like to see at a Disney park? Ooh. That was your choice of park. And what scary ride would people like to see there?
Yeah. A lot of listener participation in this. We're going to just jump right into it.
Let's
Cliff
do it.
Barnes. Who's the guy in Figment from Monty Python?
Oh, Eric Idle?
Is that him?
I think it was Eric Idle.
Yeah. He has a picture. Remember, that scene in Journey into the Imagination where he's the moon singing to you? That frightens me as well. And it frightens Cliff Barnes because he shot us a picture of that and said, just this in a dark room and no way out. That might be a little too scary for the kids, Cliff, but there you go. So.
Oh, thanks, Cliff. Awesome. James Price, he goes, I don't know why The Nightmare Before Christmas doesn't already have an attraction. I would agree.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
That's kind of ironic. I would settle for them bringing back Alien Encounter, though. That's scary.
Absolutely. I really think, I was after we did this and people were starting to respond, it occurred to me that we've got Epcot's Food and Wine Festival. Why not an adult ride? That, not everything at Disney has to be just for the kids.
I agree. And that was kind of the case with this one. I mean, they put warnings out there. It could be scary for children.
Right.
But
so
people just walk right by it.
Kids, maybe an age limit on it even.
Even that. I mean, if an adult's taking you in,
well,
they're going to let you in. I remember we were outside the ride, I think we're hanging out just as the most recent, show had let out. And one kid came out crying saying, I don't want to go to Disney anymore. You can't buy that kind of PR.
No, that was a scary ride.
Yeah,
I loved it, though.
The little kid was terrified, but yes.
Good pal of the show and part of our blogging team, Greg Nevis.
Greg
says, I would love to see a trackless villain ride. There are so many scary scenes to choose from, and a great montage could be created. However, it would be a bit too intense for the younger guests, he says.
Right. Yeah. But like you said,
like that idea.
Yeah, I do too. I enjoyed it a lot. Maureen Keeley Bucatello. I think I got there. Oh, Bucalato. I'm sorry. Forgive me, Maureen. Either way. Maybe one of them are correct. She just said Nightmare Before Christmas. Going along with James Price.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Susan Buckley Brass, good pal, says a Monsters in Dark ride. You would create your own monster and choose its scare. It would save... it would be kind of like your Men in Black, and you would scan before you get in your ride vehicle, like Tower of Terror. Mm-hmm. As you go through the ride, you would get training before entering several different children's rooms to try out your scare.
Oh, a Monsters Inc. ride would be fantastic.
Yeah. I'm shocked. They do have a Monsters Inc. Dark ride. I believe is it in Paris or maybe Tokyo? I'll have to double check on that. But it's not a scary ride. It's not quite what Susan's talking about.
Oh, love Monsters Inc. One of my favorites. Kevin Wohler, he goes, I never thought of Disney as a place for scary rides, but he would like to see Mystic Manor brought over from Hong Kong Disneyland. And if we could get the Explorers Club restaurant with it, he'd be doubly excited.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. Very, very nice. Mystic Manor is supposed to be fantastic.
I've heard great things, and again, it's one of those rides I don't want to peek at.
I know.
Just in case I get to Hong Kong sometime soon.
If we get into to Hong Kong, it's by accident.
Yeah.
Something has happened to us.
I say Hong Kong.
We've been kidnapped.
Phooey.
Yeah,
I know. That's all I had.
Our very own Dracula, Chris Malick, says, what about a version of Small World in which the song is either sped up or slowed down at random intervals? You could also replace some of the dolls in the scenes with real cast members set in creepy poses. This would be a dystopian version of Small World.
Oh, my.
Or, a less creepy note, you could create the scary woods scenery that you would drive by while you drive on the Tomorrowland Speedway of Terror.
Oh, my goodness.
That. An overlay. That would be nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Or... he says, combine the sets and props from Alien Encounter with Space Mountain to create the Escape from Alien Mountain ride.
Oh, my goodness.
I like all three of those. Very nice, Chris.
All I saw was combining Bambi with the Tomorrowland Speedway and trying to avoid hitting the deer, which is pretty much what I do on my way to work.
Yeah, you don't have any luck at that, though.
No.
You would lose in that ride.
The last 12 or 18 months have been terrible. Matt Birchfield, he thinks a headless horseman ride would be cool.
That would be cool.
That would be very cool.
Yeah. Scott Fody says Edgar Allan Poe themed ride.
Oh.
Different portions of the experience would focus on the characters and settings of his suspense writings.
Oh, okay.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, maybe a little cask of Amontillado or something like that. I like it.
Yeah.
Pat Genetti, he goes, Sid from the Toy Story ride. How cool is this idea?
Oh, that would be awesome.
He goes, it could be a dark ride that goes through the yard and his entire house culminating in his room with all the crazy toys. I love that one.
I love that one too. And with them building the new Toy Story land, let's get on that.
Oh, yes.
That would be awesome. Scott Gerke says, I've always thought that there should be a Nightmare Before Christmas ride as well. It would be on a roller coaster track, but the car would be small, 4 or 5 rows of 2. Mm-hmm. Highlights would be circling downward around the holiday trees and having the door to Halloween Town open just as you're approaching, like in Test Track. watching all the monsters congregate for Jack's grand entrance as the Pumpkin King, and to top it all off, give the sensation of takeoff besides Jack and Zero as they make their way to deliver all of their ghoulish goodies. I picture the actual flight being similar to Peter Pan's flight. The length of the ride would be worth the wait, and the speed of the ride would vary from room to room to offer an exhilarating feeling, but it would also allow you to take a good look around, like when you're in Halloween Town.
Oh, wow.
He really put some thought into that.
Scott did. That was very well thought out. I love that one.
That's another good one. Yeah, kind of like the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, only a little bit scary.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Me too. Holly H.W. Wilson, she goes, she would have to say that there needs to be a haunted mansion with Nightmare Before Christmas so that those who go to Walt Disney World can experience it as well. I believe they also do that in Disneyland, don't they? A little overlay?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
And she would love to see a way of making it a Ghostbusters ride as well. Well, I think Universal might not like that one.
Yeah. We're already trying to get Marvel away from it.
But I love it. It's a great thought.
I love it too. Good pal of the show, Scott Campbell. Of course, he would come up with this one.
Right.
Revenge of the Turkeys.
Oh, okay.
I think he's starting to have some indigestion from all those turkey legs.
Right.
He says, it's a ride where all the dead turkeys come after me for eating all the turkey legs. Yeah, scary.
Oh, yeah. Like, really, how fast are they going to come out of at you? They don't have any legs.
They're hopping.
They're a flightless bird.
Or that's true. They are a flightless bird. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Our good friend Dave Tupper from the beautiful state of Hawaii. He said a haunted forest. He goes, we have the haunted house. Just think of what things could go bump in the night in an enchanted forest. Ooh, how about that?
Ooh. I like that idea. Yeah.
It could be creepy.
It'd be nice, if they could expand maybe the haunted mansion, and after you do the graveyard, you go into a forest or something. That'd be kind of scary. Good pal Matt Holly says, Frozen in Norway. Oh, that's really happening.
Oh, yeah. That's
too soon.
It's a nightmare he's living.
Too soon.
Chris Bean from at Run Sasagula. Mickey's Monorail Mayhem. Think of it as a horizontal Tower of Terror. How about that?
Again, too soon. They've had a couple of problems with the monorail and having to get people off the monorail.
Well,
it'll be fine.
But it was low
working
speed.
It out.
There they are, absolutely.
Right. Christina, she goes by at Raising Las Vegas on the Twitter, says, I've always thought New Orleans Square needed a Princess and the Frog ride. Including the Shadow Man would make it scary.
Ooh,
that would be a good ride.
Yeah, bringing Disneyland in, I love it.
Yeah, going through the swamps and New Orleans, all that great music. It would be very cool.
Christina's rocking it.
Yeah.
Nick Lobuzetta, hope I got that right, Nick, at Nick G. Glob, or Nick Glob on Twitter, an Elephant Graveyard or the Cave of Wonders.
Oh, that'd be good too.
Elephant Graveyard would be cool. And Cave of Wonders too. I'd love that.
Yeah, that would be very good. Disney in Ohio, at Disney in Ohio on the Twitter, says, isn't Stitch's Great Escape scary enough? For you it is. But, I don't know.
Exactly. Ed. Just Ed. You don't want to devolve too much information.
No.
Disney already has the best scary ride in Florida with Alien Encounter. Or had it, I'm sorry. I'd like to see that one restored to its original glory and maybe even turn it up a notch around Halloween in the pre-show area. That's a good call.
Ooh. Well, that'd be kind of scary if they notched it up even more.
Well, that's what we're talking about. Scary.
My goodness.
I don't think they're going to come at you with chainsaws.
Well, no.
Unless it was important to the theme.
No. I don't go to haunted houses. I don't like being scared.
I think I went once back in the day.
Yeah, that's why we don't do a video podcast. I don't want to be scared.
That's right. No one wants to be scared, and it's a public service.
It is, yeah. Good pal of the show, Sheila.
Oh, Sheila.
That's her. Says, I would like to see a scary ride based on Monsters, Inc. at Walt Disney World. I know there is one at Disneyland. I guess it was at Disneyland. I didn't get to see it. And I haven't been on it yet. Side note, even though I live in California, I don't get to Disneyland that much. I don't have the same urge to go there, but this year my sister moved to Orange County, home of Anaheim. Mm-hmm. So we agreed that after she gets settled in, we'll go to SoCal. We'll get SoCal annual passes. Anyway, she says, I would like it to be different, a different take on Monsters, Inc. Not sure what that would be since I haven't seen the existing ride, but just the idea of those kooky monsters and screaming little kids put together into a ride sounds great. I love those Monsters, Inc. characters, including the supporting cast or characters. And now with all the technology that they have used in Turtle Talk and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, imagine.
Yeah.
Another idea, a general Pixar movie scary ride, kind of like the Great Movie Ride, but only with Pixar characters like from Toy Story, Monsters, Cars, Up, etc. Kind of like a Pixar Villains Ride.
Mm-hmm.
It could be called Pixar Villains Rule.
Ooh, I like it.
So she goes on to say, so just like your show, there is your rambling answer that answers more than the question.
She's been listening for a while.
She has, yeah.
We love Sheila. Courtney Crump. Hey, Courtney. She goes, I think Disney really needs a large metal hanging coaster as a new scary ride they put into the parks. I think it could really work well in the new Star Wars area of the studios. The ride vehicles could be TIE fighters, and the track could be simulating a flight with sound effects of blasters before sharp turns and a red leader giving you directions to bank or loop at the coaster. Yeah, this is sounding cool already.
I like it. Yeah.
I know, me too. While this will have a height requirement and may not be loved by everyone, a hanging coaster would really be a big draw for teens and adults without kids. It would be an adrenaline rush and doable for 60 inches and higher, most likely without terrifying children purely with the seeming. Why I refused to ride the Haunted Mansion until I was 16 and went with my friends.
Yeah.
Did that really help you out? Your friends, if they know you're scared, they don't really. My friends would not help me out.
So there it is.
Yes.
There, I would help you out. By the way, there. Notice
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
Had to think
Exactly.
About it. I thought about it. I'll help you out.
Oh, thank you, Courtney. I feel your pain.
I'm just telling you right now. If it's really scary, you might just see my back as I'm running away.
Exactly, getting
I'll
smaller,
be so far ahead of you,
and
That's
smaller
right.
and smaller,
because I'm out.
I don't have to outrun them. I just have to outrun you.
That's right. Exactly. So that was great. Thank you all in Looper Nation for doing that for us and giving us some fantastic ideas. Tim, I got an idea. If I can throw that out at you.
Oh, please.
You know what I'd like to see them do is I would like to see them do something with Tom Sawyer Island.
That would be fantastic.
Just Tom Sawyer Island that way, and give plenty of warning. You know, not anything as extreme as you're going to get over at Universal, but something kind of cool because that's a walking, it's a path, and you could have some pretty scary stuff going on in there. Not overly scary again,
right?
Because you are going to have parents that are going to take their kids regardless of any warnings. But I think Tom Sawyer Island is a perfect place to put some sort of Halloween overlay that they could really do it up over there.
Doesn't Tom Sawyer Island, doesn't it normally close at night?
And that's the other thing. It does normally close at night.
So that would be awesome. That would be a great place at night then.
Right. Now, of course, they're going to have to ramp up, security and keeping people safe because they don't want them going into the water.
Whatever.
But
you want to make an omelet, you got to break a couple eggs.
Anyway, do you have any scary ride you'd like to throw in one of the Disney parks?
I just thought some overlays would have been good.
Yeah.
I mean, just in general, I thought maybe it goes against all the theming, but if you could change some of the inside of the TTA, just throw a little scarecrows or something in there just to maybe make it a little different, just for a brief period during the holidays. Might be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not that they, will celebrate Halloween in the future. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be outlawed for some reason.
That's right. We will not celebrate the fall.
Too much sugar. We're not going to give you a big gulp and no more Halloween because there's candy.
Yes. We'll really make it chocolate covered bacon. It's wrong on so many levels.
Absolutely. Well, Tim.
Yes, Bob.
I've got to go out and rake some leaves, so that is all I've got.
Oh, well, good luck, because they're all going to be wet right now.
Yes, they are.
Oh, everybody, thanks for joining us. I love these Looper listener polls. I love hearing from all you listeners, other than I know Bob does. But you can find me on Twitter at ResortLoopTim and on Facebook at TimResortLoopScott and that website, ResortLoop.com.
I'm Resort Loop Bob on the Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to like us over on Facebook and rate us over on iTunes. And where else can they listen to?
You could always listen to us on the Stitcher, everybody. Thanks for joining us. This has been the Gateway to the Magic.
See you, everybody.
Chairman certainly has a way with words. What do you say, Dr. Venus? Shall we grasp?
Yeah, grasp, right. But first I have to totally recalibrate.
Okay, Doctor.
I am going as fast as I can.
Yes, sir. Dr. Freeman.
What?
Must I do everything?
No! I didn't want the trajectory where not set up to go yet.
I didn't realize. Now what's happening?
Another planet in our transmission path. It must have intercepted the signal.
What?
Wait, I've got something.
Could boost the power and send it to Earth.
Well, what if it's not him?
Of course it's him. Send him to Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, live and in person, Chairman Clench.
Spinlock. Since when does Clench have wings?
Wink. It's an alien!
Analyzing now.
Well, what is it?
Okay, let's see. Ornithius, carnivorous.
Carnivorous. It eats meat?
Exactly, genius. Those people are in a lot of danger.
Now what's happening?
The teleportation tube is starting to break.
But it's unbreakable. It broke the tube!
We cannot let it get out!
Activate the force field!
Activating now!
People of Earth, do not worry. As long as those beams are on, the alien cannot fly out. It's out! The alien flew out! Get it back in the tube before it eats someone!
I can't! We just lost power!
We'll get someone in there and